Now, did you stretch?
Yeah, just now.
All right.
It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts,
MrTechnoSqueek,
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1,
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
and Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Press Start Podcast. This is episode 35, and today we have Nostalgic Dan 1. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good tonight. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. And that cute laugh is none other than Cliva. Quick Freeze 4. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
That's awesome.
Oh, good. He didn't say fantastic.
I'm glad.
We should give you a cookie every time you don't say it.
Yeah, but that'd make me even fatter.
All right, we'll get.
So it has to be like
carrot cake.
Sugar-free.
Yeah, sugar-free cookies, which suck, but yeah. And, well, we do have a guest, and this guest is an amazing guest, and I don't know how we got this guy on, but he is John Gangster 81. Dun dun dun. Explosions everywhere.
Fireworks! Crackles wild.
See?
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good. I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, he said it!
Oh, I said it. Oh, shit.
Oh, get this guy off.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for having me on. It's a blast. Enjoy your guys' podcast, too. So, it's already at 35. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
So, why don't
Like
you...
yesterday.
Just like yesterday. But why don't you tell everyone who may not know who you are, John, what you do on YouTube, all about you, stuff like that.
Okay, so where do I start? I was born in a hospital, came out of my mom's vagina. No, okay, it's still 2 months information.
No, keep going. That was interesting.
I started making YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a long time, actually. I think since 06. When did YouTube start? Like 05-ish, I think. So
I'm not sure.
I didn't start making videos, though, until like 08. So my very first channel, actually, a lot of people don't know this, was my Star Wars channel. As far as my username, that's what I used to watch videos. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, right? So I have a huge collection of Star Wars memorabilia. And that's called Star Wars Nut 77. So for you listeners out there who are big fans of Star Wars, check it out. I kind of review like Star Wars memorabilia and go over figure reviews, all that good stuff. But then I started, I'm obviously huge into gaming. First console was the ColecoVision up until, to now. I've been playing most of my life. And my goal was at one point, after I graduated college, a lot of my friends were like, man, you have every console imaginable. I'm like, well, no, I actually don't. And I started doing some researching, and I found out there's like hundreds of consoles out there that a lot of people don't know about. So I started collecting consoles, like kind of rare, obscure consoles, and definitely did my homework. And I recommend for those listeners who are listening, do your homework. Don't just assume, don't buy the first thing you see. Especially you got to be careful for buy it nows on eBay, right? Because people jack those up. So do your homework, know what they're worth, know what the value of what you're investing in. But it's a really fun hobby. And I started my channel, Games81, and I wanted to initially I wanted to find information about these consoles I was finding, like the Nintendo 64 disc drive or what have you, and I wasn't finding any information on YouTube. So at that point I decided, I'm going to start doing my own videos, and started making videos in 08, and honestly, I can't stand watching my old videos. It's brutal.
I think we're all like that.
I think we're all like that, right? Because we grow and learn, and even I'm always trying to improve. I think we all are, right? I mean, I have high standards for where I want to go with the show, and I'm still not where I want to be, So Game Show 1 was my first channel, or my second channel was first channel making videos, I should say. Second channel on YouTube, and then just became part of the gaming community. Obviously, Angry Video Game Nerd inspired me, like most of us. Pete Dorr, Happy Concert Gamer, and then there was, oh man, what was his name? There was one guy, Jason Gambino, I think his name is. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he really inspired me to make a lot of videos. He doesn't make videos anymore, I don't think. I think he's started a new show, but you guys know who I'm talking about?
He sounds familiar.
He really retro. He's really early on. I mean, like we're talking like 80s, '08 and stuff like that. And then Aqualon, he's been around for a long time too. But started making videos and then kind of eventually branched on to, I'm a huge arcade lover. I love arcade games, so I kind of branched off into arcade, game show and arcade. And then what else do I have? I don't remember. Nostalgiaholic, which is it's a play on word, NES, Nostalgiaholic. So it's like just videos based on I love nostalgia. I'm sure you guys love nostalgia too, right? You're looking back on childhood and growing up. I'm an 80s kid. I'm an 80s baby, right? So I love the old 80s cartoons, anything from action figures, Turtles to G.I. Joe to Transformers to, even Power Rangers, the 90s stuff, right? So I love all that stuff. And I just wanted to do a channel dedicated to that stuff because I didn't want to really confuse my audience. I didn't want to one week do like a console review, one week do a Star Wars figure review, another week do like a figure over, Garbage Pail Kids, what have you. I wanted to kind of separate and segment it. So started that, and then, I have a 3D camera, and I do some 3D stuff on my 3D channel, Games 31 in 3D. And, man, I'm sorry, I'm kind of talking too much here, but...
No, that's fine.
But eventually, just kind of became, got together with some friends in the community, Pete Dorr and Happy Concert Gamer, and we started All Gen Gamers together. And that's a lot of fun, and you guys know how fun a podcast can be, and I think several episodes in, Jason Heine joined us, which was great, and now Metal Jesus is with us, which was great. He's an awesome guy, Jason. And it's just been a blast, and started launched my own website back in November, games31.com. That's a lot of work, but a lot of fun as well, and that's going really well. So it's just awesome, really, to be a part of the community. I mean, I do a lot of traveling for my personal job, so I have the pleasure of meeting a lot of people. I know Clive, we've met. It's funny, Dan. I don't think we've met Dan. He lives in my backyard practically, so. We need to meet up, Dan, you and I, and hit up some arcades together or go to Bookman's or something because we definitely need to make that happen soon. But definitely met some people in person and including I'm trying to think who else. Dinky Dana, Maincade. It's so wild, guys. And I know Clive, you know the same feeling. But when you meet someone, and Dan, I know you met some people in this week. I know you too. But when you meet someone in person, it almost feels like in the community, like you've known them for so long. Yeah. Even though it's the first time you met them in person, it feels like you really, because we all have that common interest, and it's all community. So it's great. So that's a long story to my very boring YouTube career. But no, it's cool. It's a lot of fun and have a blast. So doing it.
I have to admit, when the first time I met you, I was a little bit nervous.
Really? Oh man, it's so funny because. Like that happened at PAX East. We had the YouTube meetup, and kids, and not just kids, but guys come up to us, and Pete Dorr and I, and whoever, and you can kind of sense they're a little bit nervous. No need to be nervous at all, man. We're people. We got, I'm normal Joe Schmo, very approachable. I'm not even a celebrity, but I'm like a Z celebrity. If not, you're not even a B celebrity. I'm like a Z celeb, So very, very bottom of the food chain, as far as where that goes, and. It's just all fun. It's really wild when you people who come up to you and recognize you.
Yeah.
And that's wild. And it's very very inspiring, and it's just very humble. I'm very humble when I meet people who enjoy my show, and I enjoy people's feedback on my show. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I got recognized back at PAX East 2012 a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh. Thanks, man. Thanks for, you said, great channel and great, podcast. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. So
yeah, it's really, really cool. Really cool.
I never thought it would happen, really.
Yeah. So, Derek, how about you, man? Have you been recognized?
No, because I haven't been, I'm like the only person around here that does the YouTube thing. So
you should rule them all.
Yeah, and here's the deal. I think we all go into this. At least, speaking on me, and I think I can speak on your guys' behalf too. We all make videos, not expecting to get rich and famous on it, right? That's not. I'm not quitting my day job by all means, right? So it's a hobby. It is a lot of fun, but I think a lot of people, try to, getting to YouTube, and I'm not saying a lot of people, but some people reach out to me. Can you subscribe to me? Can you give me a shout out? And I think people try going to YouTube kind of the wrong intentions. You should have fun, and enjoy it. My advice to people who are starting on YouTube or have been on for a while, it's hard, especially now. I mean, YouTube's changed their analytics. I'm sure you guys noticed that, where videos aren't getting seen as much anymore. My views have dropped significantly. I'm sure you guys have as well. Mm-hmm. People are just not discovering your videos anymore. And it's kind of changed the sense where now it's machinima. Now it's, all the big channels are getting the views. And, the little guys are kind of getting pushed aside, which is really, really unfortunate because I still think there's so many awesome people out there in the community, a lot of undiscovered talent out there. And it's so hard to get into the community. But we're all here to support each other is the way I see it, right? So,
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you kind of have to like team up with the bigger YouTube channel companies. Like I know, was it like 8-Bit Theater? He's now working with Machinima. Am I right? Wrong? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah, and then there's a game station, and there's other big groups you can join and stuff like that. So, there's opportunities there for sure.
So with all the different like channels you have, what's your favorite?
Man, what's my favorite? Man, it's like asking what's your favorite kid, right? What's your favorite kid? Which one do you like better? I don't know. Honestly, I really like my Star Wars channel. I mean, Star Wars is my first love, man. If someone if I was in a position where they pointed a gun to my head and said, look, you have a choice between your Star Wars collection or your gaming collection, I'd go with my Star Wars collection. It'd be hard, and hopefully I don't get put in that position now. People are listening. But I do love Star Wars a lot. Just grew up with it. My brother and I started collecting. I mean, I have almost every Star Wars figure from 1990. No, pretty much from the vintage to now.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid.
Missing, several of the newer ones come out, but trying to keep up. It's hard to keep up. But I really like my Nostalgiaholic channel too because I really like nostalgia. I really like talking about old 90s music, 80s music, movies, stuff from growing up and bringing items out to I don't know if you guys remember a Hypercolor t-shirt, bringing stuff like that out and people are saying, oh, I remember that. I totally remember that. And, people kind of forget about it, So, but I love Gamester too. It's my biggest channel and I think that's what people know me for. So I'm thankful for that, But I want someone to say, hey, it's Gamester, rather than say now I want to say, hey, it's Star Wars Nut, or hey, it's just or hey, it's someone else, hey, it's a guy from the All Gen Gamers podcast, or so it'd be cool to be recognized for someone else for sure.
Where did you how did you think of Gamester 81? Where did the numbers 81 come from?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question, Derek. My birthday is 81. I was born in 81. Okay. So that answers the number part. And I think Gamester 1 was taken. Gamester was taken, right? So I'm like, what's to do? I was going to do Gamester 77 because 77 was the year that Star Wars came out. But I'm like, I'll just do 81. As far as Gamester goes, a lot of people may not know this. My last name's Lester, and I basically just took Game and Lester and combined them together and got Gamester. And it kind of sounds like gangster.
Yeah.
Did they base that game off you, Lester the Unlikely?
Right? I know. Dude, that game is terrible. That's so terrible, right? It's funny, it's funny that they have that last name because growing up in school, people call me Mo all the time. Hey, Mo! What's going on, Mo? Put it together and see what you get. Mo Lester.
Oh.
Yeah, Did you not know that?
No, I was trying to. My cogs in my head were turning, but nothing was coming.
I don't. I laugh about it now. I joke. And there could be worse last names for sure. But I was gonna call if I have a daughter, I was gonna call her Polly Lester. Polyester, or Hannibal Lester. Hello, Clarice. So yeah, that's how we got the Gamester 81 now. My name.
Dan's quiet. Dan hates Star Wars, you know that.
Dude, Dan.
I don't hate Star Wars.
No, that's cool. But, Star Wars not for everyone, So yeah, what's going on with you guys, man? So what's going on with PAX? You guys, that's pretty crazy, huh? Sold out
PAX Prime.
Oh man, I'm kind of pissed, man. I don't know if you guys saw my video, but I did a video like last night. Video.
Yeah.
I watched it like 3 times.
Yeah, I thought you guys liked that. I appreciate that. Yeah. So it's so frustrating because I've gone to PAX since 08. It's just like this would be my 8th PAX. Okay, so I'm kind of a vet going to some of these conventions, and the first year I went 08, like literally my brother and I walked up to the gate the day like the Friday and just got tickets, 3-day pass. And it was crazy, right? But you can do that even anymore. But now it's like I think last year it sold out. 3-day passes sold out in 3 weeks. Now it's sold out in like 10 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried, man. I'm not gonna go to Prime, but I'm gonna go to East next year. I really hope I can get a 3-day pass, because I want to go.
Here's what I'm dreading. I'm really scared it's going to come to this point. It's going to be like Comic-Con, like in San Diego, where you're going to pretty much go there and then you have to buy your tickets for next year while you're there. So it's going to be sold out. But, it's going to be like a lottery. You're going to have to get really lucky to get a ticket. And that's just so unfortunate. I don't think, and I was thinking about this, I don't think raising prices would change it. Because think, all these people are spending all this money to fly there, all these expensive hotel rooms, food, whatnot. Yeah. Raising it, $40 is not going to break the bank for a lot of these gamers. People are still going to do it. It's these scalpers. I don't know if you saw my link on eBay, but people are selling
I saw that
for like $300. And this retails for $65.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking like the whole scalper thing. What I think you could do to prevent that is maybe when you know how you have to put in your information when you buy the tickets online, is maybe if they start asking for like a photo ID, which they could put on, the tags of the tickets.
Yeah.
And then obviously if scalpers buy these tickets, it's not going to be their face, with the person who's buying the tickets off them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think a photo ID would be like just print your photo right on the little lanyard or little sticker or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. Then it's like, oh, you don't look, not to be racist or you don't look Asian or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that was so racist, dude.
Sorry, man.
I'm just kidding every time. No, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think people should be able to sell tickets, but at face value.
Yeah.
I don't think they should jack up the price, and that's just taking advantage of people. And I don't know what pisses me off more, the fact that scalpers try this, but I think what actually pisses me off more than that is the fact that people fall for it, and they pay for these prices. And it's so stupid because people are like on eBay, people are buying these 3-day passes for $120, $150 each, and they retail for $65, when they could have, at the time they were selling, they could have gone and gotten 1 days for $104. It's like, makes no sense. Yeah. So maybe people are just want 3-day or whatnot. I'm going to try to apply for media. I applied for media for PAX East and got that, but it's no guarantees, right? So, and I have a feeling, like I was saying before we were recording, like it's going to be a lot harder to get media because everyone's going to apply for media.
No, they can't.
Yeah. So, you can't take it. So I got 3 1-days. So just in case, if I end up getting media, I'll end up selling those or giving them away or whatever, but I wouldn't sell those for more than face value. In fact, when I went to PAX East, that's what I did. I had a 3-day, and they don't give your money back on those, of course, right?
No, they don't.
So I had to go and sell for less than face value. So I lost money on it. And I think I sold my 3-day for it sold for 65. I think I sold it for like 40. So which is fine. I'm not looking to make money on it, So
I just hope I don't have to get 3 1-day passes for PAX East 2013.
Well, I would start looking on the website daily. Because, when they start selling, get it that day.
Yeah. When did they usually sell them before?
About
how many months? 5 months before?
Yeah,
okay.
About 5 months, yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
But I think one reason I heard also why it's been busier this year is because BlizzCon, I guess, got canceled or whatever. They're not doing that. So a lot of people.
Really?
So a lot of people are trying to go this as their gaming convention. So that's possible. But it's getting huge, man. Like Seattle, I love Seattle. I grew up there. Love this area. It's got GameWorks. It's perfect location for PAX. But man, it's getting way too small for it, right? I mean, the PAX is getting way too big for the convention. So I wouldn't be surprised if they move it to Vegas or somewhere it's got can hold a lot more people.
Yeah.
I kind of like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said it'd be a lot easier on me since I live in Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, man, they should have one in Tampa and call it Tampax.
I go to that.
That'd be perfect. You get a sponsor, It'd be awesome. All the girl gamers.
So,
Wow.
Techno, you wanted to go to PAX Prime. Did you get the tickets, or?
Yes, I was on Steam or playing something on the computer, and I got off the game and saw Metal Jesus's status saying on Facebook saying I got my tickets for PAX Prime. I was like, oh fuck, and I went to the side and was like, oh my god, the 3-day passes are already sold out. So I just clicked all down really fast. And I clicked on international shipping, so...
Oh, that's like really expensive.
Yeah, it was 120 something, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, Arkansas is kind of like a third world country to me sometimes, so... Oh.
Oh.
So it is kind of international a little bit, right? No, I'm getting hard. Derek, I'm just messing with you, man. I love Arkansas. I've been to Arkansas many times for work, so, but you set me up for that, man. So,
but what do you guys think they would do
To prevent the scalpers or whatever?
No, for me.
Oh,
So you can back out. You can back out once you realize that you'd already purchased it and realized that you viewed it international.
You should be able to change shipping.
So, yeah. So here's the deal, Derek. This is what I would recommend you do. I would recommend emailing. There should be a contact email, and just send me an email and just say, hey, look, I accidentally clicked on international shipping. I live in Arkansas. I don't, obviously I don't live international, and I just was hoping to get like some kind of refund on the shipping, and they should be able to help you out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do that later.
I'm sure you're not the only one. 80,000 people probably buying tickets. I'm sure people are freaking out and going through clicking buttons. I don't even know what they're clicking on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Mel just called me last night too, and he's like, "Hey man, did you get your ticket for PAX Prime?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude? I didn't even know they were up for sale yet." He's like, "Man, the 3 days are sold out." I'm like, "What?" I didn't believe him at first. So I had to go on their website and on my phone, and I was out having dinner, and I was like freaking out because I wasn't gonna be home for a while. I'm like, man, I hope I get my 1 days, And even though Saturday sold out last night, I'm not sure how everything else is right now.
I think Friday sold out too.
That's crazy.
I think the only thing left I think is Sunday.
See, that's crazy talk.
No, but I kind of like your idea where if like you're already at PAX, and they have like a booth where you can buy your tickets for the following year. I know I go to this convention here in Boston called Anime Boston, and you can go there. It's not as crazy as PAX. You can go to the door and buy your tickets there, but when you're in the convention, they do have a booth where you could pre-register for the next following year, and you'll be all set.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did that for PAX, I think that would work really well, especially if you go every year.
Yeah, but the thing about doing that is the people who want to go and have never been are going to be screwed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and like people like like Dan who want to go, and he, we all snatch him up before he gets opportunity to buy him. That's not fair for them. So, I think they should definitely. I think it's there's two theories I have, honestly, guys. I think one theory I think is probably correct. I think the scalpers are really. I mean, I'm looking on the website. Everything's sold out now. Sunday's sold out too.
Wow.
So everything's sold out, and sold out in a day. So I think scalpers are going on there and buying these tickets.
Yeah, multiple.
It's like, multiple. You can buy 5 at a time. I think they should just do 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Or 2. Limit it. And then also, I also have a theory. I think maybe they didn't print off enough 3 days. I don't know. Maybe they want to make more money. I don't know. So.
Well, how many people do they have at PAX Prime over PAX East?
It's about the equal. I think about 70,000, 75,000.
It's the same size. Isn't it like 5 times as bigger though?
Boston's bigger, but Seattle kind of pours into the Sheraton, pours in different surrounding areas too. So it kind of overspills into other large hotels.
Oh.
So walking distance. So they're both huge. When I first went, it was like 20,000. And I didn't think Nintendo was there, or Sony, or Microsoft was there.
Wow.
It was like really small, and it was really chill. Like I literally just walked up the door, so I can get a pass. Sure, here you go. Here's a 3-day. That would never happen today, right? So
No.
I don't know. I'm hoping for media, and if it doesn't happen, I got Plan B, and I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. It'd be nice, but it is what it is.
Well, scalpers are inevitable, if anything. I mean, you look at big sporting events, even concerts, there's always scalpers. They're always, like, chilling outside the arena,
Yeah.
selling, like, hey, you got any tickets to sell or anything? And it's kind of the same with, like, video game reselling, if you think about it, where they take profit on buying these games. And, that's pretty much all you do is, like, hoard a lot of rare stuff, go on eBay and jack up the price by double because they know people will actually buy that stuff, so.
Oh, it's definitely not unique to gaming, for sure. I mean, even Star Wars, right? Star Wars collecting. You get people wake up, crack of dawn, go to Toys R Us, pick up the really rare figures, buy them all up, and then sell them on eBay for 3 times the price. So it's definitely not, it's nothing new. Unfortunately, it's part of business, and the fact of the matter is people sucker into it and buy it. That's what's so much frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to see. So I don't blame PAX themselves. I think those guys work really hard, and I can only imagine how difficult it is to organize a convention that with 75,000 people. Can you imagine booking all those things? And I mean, that's crazy, right? So I don't blame them, but it's just, I think just the registration process is kind of, I don't know, they could change that, definitely.
What, when are you getting into Seattle?
When am I flying into Seattle? Well, I don't know yet. I haven't booked my flight, but my brother's up there, so I get to stay with my brother, which saves me a ton of money for a hotel, right? Because hotels are like, that's another thing, hotels booked out. Like, I know I was checking with Jason Heine and Pete Dorer yesterday about it, and Jason Mel Jesus lives in Seattle, so he's fortunate. So yeah. I think they're going to crash. Like, I think maybe Pete might crash with Jason, but I know, like, Jason Heine, like, he was trying to find a Sheraton while he was booking putting the information in, sold out.
Shit.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, Derek, if you have, like, a hotel booked yet.
Yeah, I got everything done.
Okay, good. Have you been to Seattle before?
No, never.
It's a super
I've
cool
never
city.
flown.
You never flown before?
No.
You're in for a treat. It's really scary, dude. It's crazy, man. And, like, we almost die every time flying.
Oh, good. Great.
Just a bit comfortable. I'm just playing. I fly every day. I'm flying to Orlando tomorrow, so no, it's fine, man. Safer than driving, right? Yeah. So.
Techno, just watch that movie Final Destination. It'll teach you everything you have to know.
Right? Or Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a Plane.
Or Con Air.
Con Air. Yeah, or just a comedy airplane, right?
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane. I was just thinking about that.
Soul Plane. Gosh, man. That's funny. Are there any video games based on airplanes? Like, I don't know.
Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings. Top Gun.
Pilot Wings.
Top Gun.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, if you can land that thing on an aircraft carrier, you're good, right?
Yeah.
I could never do it, though. I always overflew my landing strip in Top Gun. Sorry. But, yeah, so it's really unfortunate because I know a lot of people want to go to PAX Prime this year, and it's not going to end the cards for them because they didn't know what happened. Came and went. So what else? You guys had some gaming news, right?
You guys want to get into some gaming news?
Sure. All right, so let's start off that news with Leisure Suit Larry Kickstarter finishes at 655,000. So this new HD remake of Leisure Suit Larry in the land of the Lung Lizards.
Lounge Lizards.
Lounge Lizards. Okay. Good thing we have games.
Say it 3 times fast.
Lounge
Lizards. Lounge Lizards. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, $655,182 in contributions. So, and another 20,000 more in PayPal were wired for services to be rendered. So,
you know what's pretty cool about that is, Al Lowe, the guy who founded Laser Salute Larry, Metal Just Rocks used to work at Sierra.
Yeah.
He actually knows Al Lowe, so we're probably going to get him on the podcast soon and talk about it, which is kind of really exciting. So, but yeah, I'm really stoked for that episode because I love Leadership Larry. You know, I was one of those pervert kids who was like,
I'm still that pervert kid.
You know, I was like, like 1987 graphics are like, ooh, nipples, It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the Kickstarter thing?
I think it's awesome.
like, what's like? I've been hearing like a lot of games doing it, and the first time I've ever heard about Kickstarter was when the Angry Video Game Nerd was using it for his movie. Now everyone's using it.
So people donate money to get a project started? Is that essentially what it is then?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The way it works is it's a little different where, like, you can donate money, but they have the options to break down, like, rewards. So, like, they'll be like, if you donate $10, you get this package. If you donate 50, 100, etc. And, like, that's kind of how it kind of gives you, like, a benefit towards your donation, too. So
that's really cool. I'm all for that. I think some people may consider that e-begging, though, no?
Yeah, a lot of people do, and people bitch about it, just like that whole thing with Johnny.
Yeah, it's camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the thing about that, and the thing about this, right? Is it's not like they're forcing you to donate money. They want to donate money, and we appreciate it. And like Dan said, we're going to give you some perks if you donate X amount of dollars, and that's great, right? And people, it's not like people can donate. It's not like they're forced to.
Yeah.
It's not like you're saying, like, I don't think Angry Video Game Nerd necessarily said, I don't think he ever said, hey, if I don't get my money, I'm never going to make the movie. I think, I think he's going to make the movie. It's just he appreciates any little bit he can get. Which, it's not cheap. So.
Yeah, I got a lot of hate for giving Johnny money.
Yeah. Well, it's people are jealous, and people will be jealous. That's one thing about the game, not necessarily the gaming community, but just YouTube in general. You get trolls. I get trolls. I'm sure you guys get trolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I've learned through the years, ignore them. It's best to ignore them because if you react to what they say to you and you respond to that, then you're fueling the fire. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They want to rise out of you, so it's just best to ignore them and you don't take it personal. And I'm sure if I saw them face to face, they wouldn't say the same thing to my face.
I always say that too.
So, right on.
Dan trolls me all the time.
Yeah, can't help
Does he?
Yeah.
I know. Dan, he trolls me too, man. It's crazy.
Kind of getting sick and tired of it.
Speaking of point-and-click adventures, there's another Kickstarter. It's actually called Double Fine Adventure, and it's actually by Tim Schafer, who's done like all the really popular ones like Grim Fandango and Day of the Tentacle, and he raised like $3.3 million, and it got funded, so it's really interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
That one's I guess they haven't developed it yet, or
no,
it
doesn't even have like a title or nothing. I guess they're just working on a new game.
I love point and clicks to come back, and I think they're making a comeback.
They are.
Like who's that company who did like Back to the Future and
that game was awesome.
Telltale Games.
Telltale.
Telltale. Yeah, and then they did the Jurassic Park and dude, they're bringing it back, man.
I think they're working on
they did Walking Dead
game. Yeah, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah. So is that point and click too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, they're gonna come back. So there's a really good. I don't know if you guys ever played Scooby-Doo for the Genesis.
No.
You guys played that?
Is that the one where you're in like kind of like an amusement park?
It looks like you guys know Day of the Tentacle, right? Like you played that. You mentioned that. Yeah. You mentioned Day of the Tentacle. It's very similar graphics to that. It's a point and click adventure. And it's totally different. There's Scooby-Doo for the Super Nintendo, which is like more of a side-scroller action game, platformer. This is actually a point and click. And it's kind of a hard game to come by for the Genesis, but if you guys ever find it out in the wild or for a decent price, check it out. It's a really fun game. I think Sunsoft makes it.
I don't know that.
Go to YouTube and look up some gameplay for Scooby-Doo for the Genesis. I forget the name of it. But we're just talking about point and clicks, and that's like one of my favorites that a lot of people don't really know about.
Yeah. And it's good to see the rise because it was becoming like a kind of dying game genre. So it's nice to see a revival.
It's called Scooby-Doo Mystery. But there's a Scooby-Doo Mystery for the Super Nintendo. Don't get confused. It's a different game. Also by Sunsoft.
Sunsoft.
I'm looking at gameplay footage right now.
Pretty good company.
This is it. This is the game I used to rent all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Blockbuster. This game rocks.
It's so fun. It's like Day of the Tentacle, alright? The graphics kind of like it's totally like it. I call it Day of the Testicle. The porn version.
Guys, you guys can continue. I just want to watch this.
It's totally like Day of the Tentacle in the style of it and everything.
Yeah.
Technically, you got any more news?
Yes. May 31st, Australians will be able to get a red PS3 at 320 gig.
Is that for anything special, like a game, or just for the
No,
hell of it?
it's just for the hell of it.
That's cool. Man, I miss like the variety in consoles, like console colors, because now they all just come in like standard colors, like, oh, here's black, white.
Oh, I agree with you, Dan, but you know what? I picked up the Star Wars bundle for the 360.
Yeah.
Man, that's a cool console.
The detail in that is really nice.
Did you open that yet?
I did. I opened it, and it's just really sweet. So I got to figure out how to transfer my, and I'm sure there's a way to do it, but like it's from one slim to the other slim, you know, all my data and stuff. But I'm sure there's a way to do it. There's got to be. But yeah, it's really cool because you open it up and it goes, you know, R2D goes, he whistles and bleeps and bloops and whatever. It's really neat, and it says, I think it says like "May the Force be with you," whatever, in the tray, and it's really sweet. So
does a little hologram of Princess Leia come out and say, "Help me, Gamester, you're my only hope"?
Help me, Gamester, you're my only hope. And she bends over too.
You just mod it so she's in the slave Leia outfit.
Oh, you know I do. Force is strong with me. Definitely.
Awesome.
They don't call her Princess Leia.
Leia.
Leia. Yeah.
Well, this console's going to cost $460, which in the U.S. would be $470, and this 320 gigabyte version comes with two red controllers.
That's cool. So it's only in Australia, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
So just
That's expensive though. Although the Star Wars bundle was $450, I think they just dropped the price to $400 this week. So
it really doesn't come with anything either, right?
What, the Star Wars bundle?
I mean the red PS3.
The red PS3 now.
No.
Wow.
Comes with a big Tampax.
Nice.
what kind of red is it? So like a bright red or dark red?
Yeah, is it like the red from the God of War PSP?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Crimson.
Crimson?
Like a maroon kind of?
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's $470 cool though.
Yeah, I already got mine. I don't need
You bought it?
Or no. I already have a PS3.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I don't need another one that costs $470.
Right.
But speaking of different colors for consoles, the 3DS is getting a new color.
Yes,
It's getting midnight purple. And I know, Techno, you're going to be first in line because
Grimace edition.
Grimace color.
You gotta get it.
It's going to come with Grimace's Magical Adventure. Just for you.
It's gonna have Grimace's eyes on the very top, and it's gonna be purple.
Gosh.
No, but the Midnight Purple 3DS is going to be released alongside Mario Tennis Open on May 20th, and it's going to retail for about $170. So I guess if you're very excited about a purple 3DS, like I know Grimace is, this is the handheld for you, I guess.
Damn you.
We all know you're going to get one.
No, I already have one.
It's their first one of their McDonald's line. They're going to come with a Ronald McDonald red
Hamburger.
and yellow stripes. You know,
I want
Birdie.
the black and white one. The
burglar?
stripes. The
Yeah, the
burglar.
burglar. Yeah.
Hamburglar.
Hamburglar, yeah. And you get the Fry Guys and
Pretty good right now.
I want
Nuggets.
should get the Mayor McCheese one.
the Mary Cheese. Yeah, nice.
But I have another news story here, and this is a rumor. Concrete rumor. Concrete rumor. And The Verge is reposting that Microsoft will be launching that a previously rumored Xbox Lite was announced earlier this week that new system for $99 will be released, Xbox 360 4 gig with the Kinect, and a 2-year subscription of Xbox Live. This subscription will run about $15 a month and provides gold membership status with some unknown streaming bonuses. I have no idea what that is.
So wait, how much does it cost? 100?
It's gonna cost $99 for a 4 gig Xbox 360 with Kinect and a 2-year subscription of Xbox Live Gold.
Dude, that's worth it. Because, dude, the Kinect is worth more than that alone.
Yeah.
Isn't there a catch to it, though? I read there's a catch, like you're forced to buy the gold subscription, and that's like $100 or something.
I don't know. It says right here it's $15 a month, but as the customers who choose Xbox Lite will start a 2-year warranty and are of course subject to a termination fee if they cancel their contract early.
Huh.
So I don't know. If you don't plan on canceling your 2-year subscription, it kind of seems worth it.
That's an interesting price drop.
But what do you do with a 4 gig? I mean, you can save anything on
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's like mine's 160.
Why is it 60?
I'm 60. I need another one
Yeah,
because I'm
run out of room.
That's the cool thing about the Star Wars one. It's like 320.
Jesus.
So, like, what do you do with all that, space?
I don't know. But Dan, what stories do you got?
Okay, first, for any Elder Scrolls fans, this has been like a rumor for a long time that they were going to do.
Concrete rumor.
Yes, well, it is a concrete rumor now. It's no longer a rumor. The long-rumored Elder Scrolls MMO was confirmed this morning by Game Informer magazine. Developed by an internal ZeniMax team called ZeniMax Online Studios, Elder Scrolls Online will take place a millennium before the events of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. While the Game Informer's report doesn't list the entire set of locales that you'll be able to visit, Tamriel, Asler, and Skyrim are mentioned. As expected, the Elder Scrolls Online will combine the exploration-heavy focus of Elder Scrolls games with social elements found in MMORPGs. Is being directed by MMO veteran Matt Furor, who has previously worked on Dark Age of Camelot, a well-received MMO by Mythic. The game is scheduled for release in 2013 for PC and Mac. So, man.
And this is why I love you guys' podcast. You guys have all this awesome news I didn't even know. That's really cool. So what platform is that coming out for?
PC and Mac.
PC and Mac.
Yeah.
PC and Mac.
I guarantee you they'll probably do something with the console, kind of like how they did Final Fantasy XI, where they make a console version.
It's just inevitable for them to come out for the Vita, on the go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's how Phantasy Star Online 2 is going to be.
It's true.
Yeah.
And next news is regarding the really popular, well-sold Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4 for the PS2, regarded as one of the best RPGs on the PlayStation 2, is the Golden will shine on North America betas this fall, which is actually a lot quicker than a lot of people anticipated. Even though Atlas has already mentioned the title before, it was inevitable that they were going to announce it, which they finally did. It took them long enough. And it's coming to North America, and the release isn't too far away from Japanese version. Golden will be available this fall, and if you don't know what Golden is, it's like an upscaled version of the PlayStation 2 one. Some bonus features include a bike that lets you travel to another town, revised background graphics, which the game looks gorgeous. Like, they actually upscaled it from the PlayStation 2. And it looks really nice. A winter event, new personas, team attacks, rotating TV shows, including a quiz with Teddy, a brand new character, and 1.5 times the amount of voice-acted dialogue. So I know there's a lot of people waiting for that on the PS Vita. And the other news is something I was like kind of sad about because I was actually really anticipating this game, but Grand Knight's History got canceled for North America. At Tokyo Game Show, Xseed Games announced they would bring Grand Knight's History Vanilleware's network RPG to North America. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Xseed Games sent us emails saying they're unable to publish Grand Knight's History. Development resources to localize the game are not available. Xseed had to cancel the title. We hear Vanillaware is putting all the effort into Dragon's Crown, which Atlas recently acquired on the PS3. And I'm thinking they cancel it too because Xseed, as a lot of people know, recently picked up part of the Project Rainfall series, the last story. So they'll be publishing that, and I think that was pretty heavy, and a lot of expenses went towards that, and they didn't have enough for Grand Knight's History. So it's really sad. I mean, the Vanillaware games are gorgeous games, absolutely beautiful artwork. Sad to see that. Yeah, that's pretty much my news.
Wow, cool.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
No, you said it. You want to do the challenges?
Yeah, we can.
All right. Well, Gamester, we have this, I don't know if you know this, but we started kind of like this little challenge where we each play arcade games, like classic arcade games, where the main goal is to get points. And each week we're trying to beat our high scores for each week.
Okay.
And the game I picked was Pac-Man. And I gotta say, I absolutely love this segment, you guys. It was such a great game to play. The first game playthrough that I did, I scored about like 6,000 points, which was like horrible. But the second playthrough, I did 16,040 points, and yeah, that's about it, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was kind of the opposite. For me, I picked one of my personal favorite arcade games, Joust by Midway. Yeah, I love Joust, but I was different because on my first try, I haven't played the game in forever. I set the high score pretty high. I scored like 41,000. And then the second playthrough, I did absolutely horrible. I scored like 11,000, so I set the bar high on my first attempt. So it's kind of weird.
That's a hard game. Joust is really hard.
It's really hard to master. Like, it's so weird, like the gravity physics and everything.
Have you ever played Joust 2? It's kind of a...
Yeah.
It was came out right before the video game crash, so it didn't do very well. But you can change between like a Pegasus and a Stork or whatever. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's cool. I also like Balloon Fight a lot because it's pretty much a clone. Yeah. Yeah,
definitely.
And then that's the one where you have to like keep pressing the button to like fly up. You can't just hold it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make my arm tired.
It's a tiring game playing like Joust because you're just sitting there constantly tapping. So it's weird too because I think personally I'm a lot better at Balloon Fight. Like, I played it this weekend, I scored like 100,000, which I didn't expect to do, but like I scored 100,000 on Balloon Fight. I'm like, it's weird. Like, I'm better at Balloon Fight, but I think I enjoy Joust a little more. It's weird. But yeah, Techno, how did your challenge go?
Oh my god. I had the most horrible game of Dig Dug I think I've ever had.
What are you talking about? That game was awesome.
No, I mean how well I did, which wasn't well at all.
I thought you did pretty good.
Only I played it on my modded original Xbox, and first time I died like right then. And I got 2,450, and then the second round, or second life or whatever, I got 8,030.
And so, hey, Techno, I was going to ask you about your Xbox. Is it modded like mine, kind of?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did it all myself. I have a tutorial on how to do it on my.
Oh, wow.
It's something I like doing. I mean, I don't mod stuff that's like new, like PS3. I won't mod that till it's, dead and gone.
Right.
Because, I kind of like PSN and Xbox Live. So
that's cool. Cool.
So,
yeah.
I'm proud of you, Techno. You did good. 4 times is better than your first
You'll
playthrough.
get better.
Hopefully.
It's the intimidation of recording it.
Yeah.
Just keep pumping down that air hose and, you'll be good.
Bike pump. Just bike pump them to death.
I saw you had some questions that someone posted on Facebook, huh? Possible some questions?
Yeah, we have tons of questions. You want to do that now?
Hey, it's up to you guys. It's your show. It's your
All right.
podcast.
We'll do
what do you guys want to do? I don't want to dictate what you guys do.
All right, Gamester. We'll do questions.
Jeez. Gosh.
So, I don't know. What time is it, you guys?
It's question time!
Yeah.
All right, well, you have the first question, Techno, so why don't you read it off?
All right. This is from Dbot90, and he asks, what are your top 3 RPGs?
Yeah, Dan's the RPG guy.
That's what, so I need time to think about this. I played so many.
I got mine. I got mine real quick, guys. If you can just jump in.
All right.
No particular order, because I don't want to rank 1 through 3. But the 3 that came to my mind was Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, and Final Fantasy II US.
Final Fantasy IV, Shining Force 2, and Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, I got this. Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo. And let's see, Star Ocean Till the End of Time on the PlayStation 2, and Tales of Vesperia on the Xbox 360. What about you, Techno?
Now that fucking Cliva said, that Sega Genesis game,
Shining
Force. Yeah. I was like, God damn, I forgot all about those.
Those are great.
God, there's so many.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with this. Phantasy Star 4.
Good one.
Tales of Vesperia.
Of course.
And oh god, there's so many.
Grandia 2.
Shit, I can't do it.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's a loaded
I
question.
was gonna say Skies of Arcadia, and then I thought of Grandia 2 and Grandia 1. There's so many, I can't do it.
It's a tough question.
All right, well, you need like 6 of them, so.
One of those is in there sometimes.
All right.
There you go.
All right, let's see. The next question is from Nick. He asks, what rare system do you not own but want to? I don't know about how rare it is, but I would just love to have a TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, I want to. I'd also like its predecessor, the Super CD.
Yeah. I'd really like the TurboGrafx 16 pack for the laser active player. That's one thing I'd really love to have. It's a really cool thing. Laser active player plays Laserdisc, and also there's packs that came out that were for Genesis and TurboGrafx 16. I have the Genesis one. I don't have the TurboGrafx 16, so I'd love that.
It's not a... Well, I guess Neo Geo.
That's a good system.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
The next question's from Sinister Moon, and he asks, what is the rarest thing in your collection? I really don't even know what the rarest thing I got. I can name some rare games, though. see. I got like Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo. I got Mega Man 8 on the Saturn. The Legend of Zelda, Zelda, Wand of Gamelon, and Link Faces of Evil on the CDI. So those are a couple of them.
Yeah, that's a rare one. Cool.
Yeah. So
That's a tough question. I have probably the worst item I have is it's a Bally Home Library computer. It's a system that came out. It's a Bally Astrocade, but this is like the mail order only version that was only available in New York, and it came out in 1978. So I have it in box, which is pretty rare. So that's the Nintendo 64 disk drive DD is also pretty rare that I own.
It's hard for me. Like I own a lot of like hard to find stuff, like obscure games. Like obviously I collect RPGs and stuff, and I own a lot of those appreciate in value. But in particular, something that recently came out that I didn't realize how rare it was the exclusive online only for Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II limited edition. It was rumored that they only pressed like anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 of those limited editions, and I didn't know how rare that was. But a sign like how valuable I guess it is after it came out, the MSRP was like 65. After it came out, people had them on eBay for like double the price, like 130, 150, like the next day basically. So I don't even know how much it's worth now, but I guess it's pretty
crazy.
rare.
that's the one that comes with those playing cards.
Yeah, playing cards, art books, soundtrack CD.
That did look kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like I said, the reason it's pretty rare is because it was exclusive to an online store, and if you look at the box, there's no like, barcode on it, like to show that it was intended for like sale in stores. So it's kind of interesting.
Cool.
What about you, Techno?
I really don't know. I have like Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis, Sharp Twin Famicom, but I don't think that's rare.
Pretty rare.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. That's not common.
Yeah, it actually works. Like the floppy drive actually works too.
Nice.
So, PC Engine Core Duo. Alrighty.
So next question is from Frank, and I think this is just for Gamester. He asks, "Where's the Pandora?"
It's funny. I got it, and then Dan came over and stole it from me.
Sure.
So Dan,
I'll do a review
what's up with
on
that, man?
I'll do a
Dan,
review on it.
Dan,
What's up with that, man?
Dan, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! No, no update on the Pandora. Unfortunately, it's still on limbo. I'm out $400, whatever it cost me. I forget, man, because it was like years ago. Yeah. So no word on that, and I've sent emails, no word. I got gypped. I got screwed.
Yeah,
if I ever do get it and I do a review, it's gonna be fucking epic. I guarantee you that. But
Explosions everywhere.
You should make like a full-length feature film on that.
it's like a 2-hour review on it.
The
yeah.
quest for Pandora. There you go.
The quest for Pandora.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like that. It's funny.
Wait,
What?
is that what Johnny's movie's about? The quest for the Pandora.
Pandora's box.
Nice.
Alright, see, the next question's from Pete Dorr. And
Awesome.
this is actually the first time he's ever asked a question on this podcast. He asks, what Sega character do you want most to see added to the new upcoming Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed?
So,
I got a few.
It's probably Amy, right?
No,
She's already in
Amy's
there.
already in the game.
Oh, you know who I'd like to see? That old gray guy in Golden Axe.
Oh,
The dwarf?
The dwarf.
yeah, I forget his name.
I don't know his
It's a
name.
dwarf. I think
I
it's
think
a
it's
dwarf.
It's like Thunder or something.
No, isn't it like Ivan? I'm gonna look this up.
Any of the guys from Golden Axe would be sweet, or even Altered Beast.
Yeah, or
Rise
you
from
could
the
have
dead.
like all the different forms.
How about
Wolf.
yeah, you get the lizard, the wolf.
Yeah.
How about the Echo the dolphin?
Driving a fucking car.
Okay, here it is. These are the characters from Golden Axe. The barbarian human guy, his name is Axe Battler. The female Amazon is Tyrus Flare, and the dwarf is Gilius Thunderhead.
There you go.
Thunderhead,
Yeah, 'cause isn't there one called Revenge of Bax? What was the guy's name? The first guy? Aldar?
Axe Badler.
Yeah, wasn't there like the whole? There was one that was just you're supposed to save him or Revenge of whatever, right? I think that was a Golden Axe game. I might be wrong. That's cool.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you're talking about it's Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adler.
Yeah.
And Death Adler is the giant who wears the full metal helmet, spiked shoulders, and wields a double axe.
Yeah.
Sounds like a boss. So
Looks kind of like what's his face from World of Warcraft, the Lich.
The Lich King.
Yeah. Yeah. God, there's so many I could choose. Like
Sega characters.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
From Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Nice.
A Vectorman. Hell, he could transform into any vehicle that he needed to be. Because, they're doing the whole Mario Kart 7 thing where you go into water and fly stuff. So,
right on.
See, I don't know Sega very well.
Joe Musashi, the original dude from Shinobi.
Oh, I got mine.
Who?
I want the lead hero from Shining Force.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know what his name is. I think you get to call him whatever you want. But I just want him.
He'd be badass.
And Slade the Rat from Shining Force 2. I love that character.
Nice.
I'd go with Dynamite Heady.
Oh, that guy.
I love Dynamite Heady.
Dude.
Such a good game.
What about that one with the 2 heads?
Is that Decap Attack or?
Yeah, Decap Attack.
Yeah.
Dude, I forget the name of that character though.
Or a bass from Sega Bass Fishing.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
You just want to fish?
Yeah, just a fish, like in a bowl or something.
How about you just get the virtual racing car?
That'd be cool.
Virtual racing.
Outrun.
Yeah, Outrun. There you go. Get the Ferrari.
Is Toe Jam and Earl made by Sega?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. Toe Jam and Earl would be cool.
Yeah.
I know it was made for the Sega Genesis. Was it made by Sega though?
I don't know. Hey, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, I know it's Sega exclusive.
Publisher Sega. Yeah, it was
Publisher Sega. Yeah. So there you go. Toe Jam and Earl.
There you go. Nice. Classic.
Okay, see, next question is from Phantom Jest, and she asks, if you could travel and live in any video game world, what would you choose and why? Mine would be, I love to live on planet Calcer from the game Mischief Makers. I think they're so cute. I think we already answered this before.
I'd love to live on the same island that Dead or Alive beats volleyball.
Oh, God.
Yes.
That's my choice. So funny.
I like to live, this wasn't really, well, yeah, it was kind of a video game. You guys remember the Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario World cartoon with the little cave people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to live there. Cause I love those little caveman dudes, cause they were like, I guess they were full grown, but they were still kind of kiddish and stupid, and they just Baby Mario or something like that. I love that cartoon, so I want to live there because I want one of those loincloths. I think it'll be cool.
I live with Gamester.
Gamester.
Paradise, man. Are you kidding me? Be awesome.
Yeah. It's the default answer. I'll live in the Mushroom Kingdom. Easy enough.
Next question's from Brent, and he asks, favorite sports. What's your favorite sport to watch on TV?
Oh, God. So.
I don't really have a favorite sport, but I used to watch wrestling. like the WWE, and then I watch all the major events like the Super Bowl, the World Series, but I don't watch any of the other games. I just watch the World stuff.
It's tough. For me, like, a lot of people don't know, I love sports. I'm big into sports. So. But to say, I guess my favorite to watch, I've always been partial to college football. Like, I love NFL and all that, but, like, something about the college environment that I've always loved, like, preferred. Like, I love the bands. I love the fight songs and everything. I just can't get enough of college football, especially when you got, like, the top 25 teams going off on Saturday. Good stuff.
Right on. Yeah, I'm with Dan. I love college football. I love college sports. I'm big into like NFL, baseball, and a little bit of basketball, but not as much anymore.
Yeah. Since Clava, put wrestling as a sport, I'm gonna have to say wrestling because I still watch that, and I just can't stop because I think it's nostalgic to me, watching, because my father watched it back in the day with me, seeing Stone Cold and Triple H and...
Oh, yeah.
Didn't The Rock just come back?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. For temporarily or for good?
I think just for, like, right now, for a little bit.
Wow.
I think he misses it. So, and whenever I was living with my mother, I used to watch hockey, and I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Yeah, I like playoff hockey, especially now with the Coyotes in the playoffs.
So yeah.
Awesome. See, next question is from Mikey's Monarch, and this one is basically just for Gamester. He says, ask Gamester if he was the precursor Oracle voice for Jack and Daxter.
How do you know? How do you know it was my secret identity?
You guys are going to have to explain that one to me. I have no idea what that is.
I'm sure Techno could explain it.
Okay, there's these, like, looking owl things where you have to pay, like, so many orbs, and because both eyes of it is a precursor, I just totally went brain dead and forgot what they're called. The power cells or whatever.
Yeah.
And it drops down its thing, and now that just sounds wrong. But, you get those two, you pay them so many orbs, and then you get those, and yeah, it talks really deep. It's like, oh, yeah, I can't do it, because I don't have a deep voice, like Gamester.
You know it.
Yeah. All right. All right, the last question is from Justin Tryhard, and he asks, can John please record his version of What a Wonderful World and upload it to YouTube? My life would be forever complete, even more than being in line for that shit with Pete or drinking fresh grub with Tim, or even, most of all, breaking the kneecaps of someone who has never played Jack and Daxter. Got your back, Techno. Thanks, guys.
The funny thing is, I did upload. I did a karaoke video on my YouTube channel a long time ago. Just no one watched it. I think it's still there. And I think Wonderful World was on there. So you have to search for it. It's on there. So I did post a video on doing Wonderful World. So I guess I made your day.
So go check it out.
Go check it out.
All right, but that's all our questions. So
awesome.
Thanks, everyone, guys, for submitting your questions. What'd you say?
You said every guys.
Well, yeah, every guys.
Every guys?
I like every guys. Don't make fun of the way I talk, man.
I'm sorry.
Want to jump into some games we've been playing recently?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
And we'll let our guest go first because we're polite.
I've been doing a lot of streaming, some retro stuff. I know. Techno, you've been on there. I know I've seen Dan on there, and I think Clive, you've been on there too. But just see what I've been playing. A lot of Game Boy Advance games like F-Zero, classic. And the thing about Game Boy Advance, I never really played Game Boy Advance much because I'm just not much of a handheld person, to be honest. But just some gems on that system, as you guys know. So, Metroid, played Metroid.
Oh, yes.
Love that game. I think it's Max Payne for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if you guys ever played that or not. So it's bad. It's bad. But they got like voiceover on it. The voiceover is pretty good on it for handheld. Pretty impressive. Played some classic Super Nintendo games like UN Squadron. I'd never played that before. That was a blast. Indiana Jones for the Super Nintendo. I think they're coming out with an HD remake for that, aren't they? I heard.
Are they?
The Greatest Adventures, yeah. I heard that anyway. But that's all that really can come top of mind. Really, not too many modern stuff. I played a lot of MLB The Show on the Vita still, but I haven't played too much PS3 lately or Xbox 360.
Nice.
I'll pass the baton to Dan.
Okay. So first, I actually beat a game I've been playing for quite a while, and I mentioned before. I actually beat Tales of Grace's F on the PS3. It took me about 53 hours, and I was really impressed with the game. Like, if it wasn't for a slow beginning in the story, I would say it's equally as good as Vesperia, which you know how much I love Vesperia. But there's like a first for the series, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a first for the series towards the end that's really interesting, and I wish they did it in more Tales of games. But I'm having a blast with that game. And like I finally mentioned, last week I had some struggles with GameStop trying to get this, but I finally got in. I played quite a bit of it, and as Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, I put about 8 hours into it, and I'm actually really impressed with it. Yeah, I do have some faults with the game, like some textures don't look as pretty like up close, but the game looks gorgeous. The scope of it is gorgeous. I think the battle system works relatively well. It flows nicely. The story is really interesting too. Like, I'm actually surprised how good the story is, and I think the Monado blade is just really interesting in that game. But yeah. And on the PSP, a little more of Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, which is a really old school game. It's based off a Japanese PlayStation 1 game that we didn't get here in the States, and it's actually really good. If you like dungeon crawler RPGs, it's definitely worth checking out. It's different from the newer versions of like Persona 3 and 4. And a little bit more of Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS. I cleared Chapter 9, I believe, and I love Kid Icarus. It's one of the best 3DS games, just visually stunning. The gameplay works really well. Like, you just need to kind of use the stand because the control is kind of awkward, but it's just a fun game, and the writing in that is fantastic. It's absolutely hilarious at times, but actually... Oh, and I played a little bit of Kirby's Adventure because it's one of my favorite Kirby games on the NES. But yeah. What about you, Clive?
Let's see. I actually beat a lot of games this week. Let's see, the first game I beat was Castlevania Lords of Shadow for the Xbox 360, and I gotta say, it's if you played God of War, you know exactly what you're getting into. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game either. If you're just in the mood for one of those hack and slash beat 'em up games, play this one. You can get it really cheap at GameStop. The story is actually quite interesting, and the ending actually leads to a pretty good... It'll get you to think where you're waiting for a sequel. You could definitely tell they're probably going to make a sequel to this game, and I really hope they do, because I'll definitely play it. But so the next one I played and beat was the Pokemon Ranger, the Guardian Signs for the DS. And like I said last week, this is a very cool, cute game you could play on your DS on the go. It reminds me, like I said, of Final Fantasy 3 or 6 and Chrono Trigger. It's a great game if you're into the Pokemon series and you want something new that's not like, the turn-based style. It's more like an action style. try the Pokemon Ranger games, because I went in totally blind and I absolutely loved the Pokemon Ranger games. I actually picked up all 3 of them. I can't wait to play the next one. The next game...
You're addicted.
You're damn right I'm addicted. No, I'm really serious. They're really good games. So I recommend the Pokemon Ranger series. I really do. The next one is this game, guys. I'm gonna tell you, this game. You guys gotta definitely pick this game up. This is for the Spirit camera for the 3DS. I picked this up and totally blown away. This game uses the AR effect for the 3DS like to its fullest. This game, it's a very short game. It's about 3 hours, but I'll tell you right now, as the AR game, it's totally gonna blow you away. Basically, what you do is when you get the game, it comes with the small book called the Spirit Diary, and you have to use the AR to scan, like individual pages in the book, and like things will happen, like ghosts will pop out of the pages. Sometimes like the ghost will, like in the game, the ghost will be like, oh, I'm hiding on a different page. So you got to search the book to find out where these ghosts are hiding within the book, and then sometimes the ghosts, they're not in the book. They're in your real life environment. I was playing in my room, and I'm spinning around. I recommend you guys play this game standing up, because you're going to be doing a lot of rotating, like if you ever played Steel Diver. And the game, how this works in reality, is basically if you're spinning around your room, ghosts will be in your real life environment. There was actually one time where one of these ghosts was sitting on my chair, and she wasn't just on my chair. She was literally sitting on my chair, like in a sitting position. And then maybe 20 minutes later, the same ghost was on the other side of the room, but she was no longer in her sitting position. She was standing up. So I'm just like, whoa, this is really cool. And the game is scary. I will tell you right now, there was times where I was rotating around my room, and the ghost came into view, and I was like, whoa, holy shit, no, I'm serious. It's where's that holy shit moment, and it does scare the hell out of you. But the ghosts are... No, like I said, I really recommend all you guys pick this up. It's a great game, and it's very short, but you're just going to love it. It's going to be in my top 5 3DS games.
They had that at PAX East, and it was so dark that it just didn't work. And then you couldn't move around, and, so...
Yeah, it was at PAX East, but I never got a chance to play it, but just the premise of it, like people telling me about it, just, was enough for me to even just buy the game. And
How much is it?
It's $40. I got it for $30 at Target, but that sale is probably over by now. But it goes for about $40 at GameStop. You might want to wait a little bit to go down, but you're gonna love the game no matter how much you pay for it. It's such a great game.
Nice.
It's good to hear, because I know a lot of review sites have been bashing it, particularly Destructoid, who gave it a 1 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Now, if you like, not like horror, like hack and slash bloody horror movies, it's not like that. This is kind of like, the horror movie that kind of messes with your mind and stuff. That's what this game is like. So I definitely recommend you guys pick this up.
Cool.
He messed up my mind.
Your mind's already messed up, so it doesn't matter. But see, the last game I picked up, just like Dan, I've been playing Xenoblade. I'm about 6 hours in, and just like Dan, I like the environment, I like the characters, I like the story. I know a lot of people kind of bash the British voice acting. Honestly, I don't mind it. Yeah, I thought it was actually, I like it. I thought it was really cool. The only thing I really do not like about this game, and Dan, you probably totally disagree with me, is the combat. I don't like the combat in this game. I think it's
like an MMO.
Yeah, it's just like an MMO or Final Fantasy 12, but it's so dull and boring.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because it reminds me of almost like Final Fantasy 13, where it's kind of playing itself. I felt like some of the times, I was just basically going through and spamming all the moves that were available. So it didn't feel like there was too much strategy to it, so yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what you do. Is basically how the combat system works is you control one guy, and if he dies, that's it, game over, really. Unless you have some particular gauge filled up. But basically, yeah, whenever like a certain move became available, I automatically hit that move. Depending, like, some moves in the game will do more damage if you're standing behind the monster or on the side of the monster. But honestly, I just hit that button no matter what. That didn't really matter where I was standing. So I'm like, okay, there's no strategy involved. I'm basically just button mashing, and I don't like it. And then the move that I really don't like, this may be spoilers for some people, so skip ahead a couple minutes if you don't want to hear it. There's this move in the game where the main character will gain the ability to see into the future for like a couple seconds. And during battle, this feature will come to effect where it shows you what the monster you're battling is what he's going to do. And you can actually warn the other members in your team, oh, this attack is coming, guard up, put your shields up, blah, blah, blah. And that happens way too frequent. It really does. Like, it maybe happened like 5 or 6 times in one battle. I'm like, this is way too much. So,
It didn't happen that much for me.
I don't know if you got this far, Dan, but I was fighting like some tentacle mech thing, and it happened to me like 7 times.
In the boss fights, it happens a lot, but during the real combat, not too much.
I don't know, but to me, it just slows the battle system down, even when it's already slow as possible. So, I don't know, it's a great game visually. I like the story, but I think I'd rather watch the game than play it. But that's just me. So, what about you, Techno?
Me and my cousin Aaron, which was on episode 32, I believe.
Plug,
yes. For our own stuff. We thought about streaming, and we didn't have a splitter to split the video to the TV. So we just used a webcam, which it was pretty horrible. And we forgot to turn off the mic on the webcam, so you could hear like echoes and stuff. But we played my original Xbox. We played I put Sunset Routers on there.
It's such a great game.
Dude, I love that game so much. Yeah, we went through it, and then we checked the recording of it, because, Twitch can record, and, we just heard echoes, and it was pretty funny. So, yeah. I don't know, we bought a splitter, but I don't know if it'll be in Friday, because I told people I'm streaming Friday, because I thought it'd be here by now. But yeah, we'll probably go and buy one at a store tomorrow if it doesn't come in. But also I played with Aaron Tales of Vesperia.
Oh, you got to try out the co-op? Nice.
Oh yeah, and it's amazing.
That's cool. Like I love that game, and just to find out like something new about a game you love that you didn't know, like that's really unique if you think about it. Not many RPGs, especially like more intimate RPGs where it's kind of a single player game, let you and your buddy like pick up a controller and fight with you in the battles. Like I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Who was who?
What?
Who'd you play as?
I played as Yuri, of course, and he played as the mage.
Rita.
That chick. I forget her name.
Rita, pink hair or orange?
Rita, yeah, Rita.
I know.
And Rapide. He also played Rapide.
Rapide's cool.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Cool.
Dog.
A dog.
Yeah, that's badass. I'd love that dog.
So cool playing as a dog with a dagger in an RPG.
Yeah. And I didn't play much this week. I played a bit of Sonic Generations on my 3DS. Thank you, Clava.
I saw you playing that too.
How is that on the 3DS? Is it worth picking up?
If you're a fan of old school Sonic, yeah.
How's the 3D on it?
It's okay. It's not the best in the world, but I was fine with that.
I recommend the console version over the 3DS myself.
Yeah, me too. But like I was listening to the Christmas episode with Sinister Moon, and he was talking about the 3DS version and saying how he didn't like how it didn't have dual screen like Sonic Rush. And then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I wished it was dual screen like Sonic Rush on the DS. So, and then I played some Metroid Fusion, the one that's on Game Boy Advance. My favorite Metroid of all time, Metroid Fusion. It's amazing. Yeah. And then, this ain't no games, but I think it counts. I got me Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Complete Collection 1, which has episodes 1 through 33 on Blu-ray. Awesome. And Dragon Ball Z Level 1.1, which comes with episode 1 through 17.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Cool. So that's about it, guys. You guys want to end it here?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, no problem, man. It was a lot of fun. So, but why don't you just go ahead and plug all your stuff one more time for listeners and stuff.
Wow, so this is like a 2-hour podcast, so I don't know if I have time now. No, I'm just kidding, because there's so much shit to say. Let's see here. Where you can find me. Best way to find me is probably on Facebook. If you want to contact me on Facebook. It's John Gamester is my personal, and I have Game31 on Facebook as well. If you would like that, that'd be awesome. Also on YouTube, Game31, Star Wars 977 YouTube, Nostalgiaholic YouTube, and then what else? Twitter, Game31, Star Wars 977 Twitter. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on Foursquare. I'm on Foursquare. I'm on Foursquare. I'm everywhere. I'm taking over the internet. So Google Game31, I'll pop up. That's the best thing to do. Is Google Game31. I'll pop up somewhere around there.
And they can find me on YouTube as QuickFreeze4, and that's the number 4. And I also have a QuickFreeze Facebook, kind of like a fan page. You can go there and like me. I do updates on the channel, updates on this podcast, and yeah. What about you, Dan? Where can they find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/nostalgicdan1. I also do have a Twitter, which is nostalgicdan. It's similar to Clive, but I do have a Facebook page where you can find me as Nostalgic Dan and like me on there. And I do have a live streaming page at twitch.tv/nostalgicdan. What about you, Techno? Where can our fine listeners find you?
Well, they can find me at youtube.com/MrTechnoSqueek. And I also have a Twitter, which is the same thing. So, trying to keep it all, close together. And I do have a twitch.tv, which I'm wanting to start doing more streams and stuff, and that is also MrTechnoSqueek. It's they're all one giant word, MrTechnoSqueek. And remember the 2 E's. And that is it for me.
And for this podcast, of course, you can find it on YouTube as the Press Start Pod. You can listen to all our episodes there. We will also put a audio version in the description below the video, so you can guys, it'll click that, it'll link it to another website where you can actually download each episode as an audio format. We also have a Twitch TV account where when we do go live, you can join us for live episodes of the Press Start podcast. We also have a Twitter account. Isn't that right, Techno?
Yes, it is, and it is Press Start Pod, all one word.
Right on. And, of course, we are on iTunes. If you guys like this podcast, please go to iTunes, leave a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And we are on Pete's Game Room Forum, where you can go there, leave comments for each individual episodes, leave comments on the different threads there, interact with different listeners of the podcast. It should be a lot of fun. And if you guys have any future questions for the Press Start podcast, you can either leave us a comment if you're listening to it on YouTube below the video, or you can email us at pressstartpod@gmail.com. Or if you're on Pete's Game Room Forum, there is a thread there for questions, so you can leave our questions there, and we will answer them for future episodes. And we do take audio questions, so if you guys want to do an audio questions, we will play them on the show and answer them.
Also, we do have a Facebook page, so come and like it. It's on facebook.com/pressstartpodcast.
So,
Awesome.
Thank you guys. It's been a blast. You guys are really cool guys. And definitely, Derek, look forward to seeing you up in PAX Prime.
Yeah.
Dan, we got to get you up there someday.
Yeah.
But we'll have to hang out here locally at least here soon and do some arcades or something, Bookmans. So, cool.
So yeah, episode 35 in the books.
In
Nice.
the bag.
Everyone say
Nice.
goodbye.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys. Later.
I love you.
No, you don't.